In my past life, Chloe Henderson's boyfriend, Liam Hayes, was developing an electric vehicle when the battery exploded, sending Henderson Motors to the brink of bankruptcy overnight. Without hesitation, I married Chloe and took over the mess Liam left behind. I poured my heart and soul into turning things around, developing a new generation of smart EVs that pulled the nearly bankrupt Henderson Motors back to the industry's peak. But on the day the company went public, Chloe publicly accused me of murdering Liam and stealing his technological breakthroughs during the bell-ringing ceremony. Chloe herself had me thrown in jail, where she watched me be tortured to death. When I opened my eyes again, I was back on the day Chloe's grandfather, Mr. Henderson, was deciding who would lead the new vehicle project. He frowned deeply, speaking awkwardly. "Ryan, you and Liam are both incredibly talented, but there can only be one lead for the new project." I bowed slightly and declined. "I'm afraid my skills aren't quite up to such a big role. Let Liam take charge." Mr. Henderson's face showed urgency, and his voice rose. "Ryan, do you even know what you're saying?" I stood up, my gaze meeting Chloe's calmly. "Chloe, I'm sure you agree with my decision too, right?" Her eyes turned icy when she realized how perceptive I was. "At least you know your place. In terms of both technical expertise and experience, I was far more suited for the position than Liam. Before today, everyone had assumed I would lead this project, and my engagement to Chloe would naturally follow. But in this life, Chloe's cold gaze fixed on me. I understood instantly. She'd come back too. "If you're that desperate to save your boyfriend, then I won't stand in your way." Chloe said nothing and quickly left the conference room. I knew where she was going. At this very moment, Liam was testing a battery solution, and that explosion would kill him. There was still time to fix everything. I stayed put, a cold emptiness spreading through my chest. 10 years of marriage in my past life couldn't compare to her favoritism for Liam. "Ryan, do you have any idea what you're saying?" Mr. Henderson looked at me with deep disappointment. This old man, who had personally taught me mechanical engineering, was now utterly bewildered by my actions. I spoke with indifference. "Chloe actually prefers Liam, so I think I should step aside and let them be together." Mr. Henderson sighed. Remembering Chloe's resolute departure just moments ago, he couldn't bring himself to scold me. I quietly returned to my room, packing only a few changes of clothes and an external hard drive containing the project's core files. The next morning, an internal email announced a new personnel appointment. Liam Hayes was named head of the Velocity project, accompanied by a photo of him looking radiant and confident. I placed the hard drive in my backpack, my face expressionless. Just before noon, loud shouting erupted from the office downstairs. Standing at the end of the hallway, I heard Liam's furious roar. "Chloe, you promised me. The second I became project lead, you'd hand the German partnership over to me. Why is Ryan's name still attached to it?" Chloe spoke helplessly. "Liam, Ryan handled all the initial technical discussions for that partnership. If we switch now, the Germans will have serious concerns." "I don't care," Liam snapped, clearly displeased. "I'm the future of Henderson Motors. Chloe, are you really going to trust an outsider over me?" The partnership with the German company was crucial for Henderson Motors to acquire the latest generation of battery management systems. In my past life, I secured this partnership, and my optimizations based on it were what made Henderson's new car an instant success. Chloe knew this full well. A few minutes later, my phone rang. It was Mr. Henderson. He sat in his office, his face etched with weariness. "Ryan, about this, I'm truly sorry." It dawned on me then. Chloe had still managed to get Liam the lead position on the German partnership. I spoke calmly. "Mr. Henderson, you don't need to say anything. I understand." Mr. Henderson looked up at me, his eyes filled with complex emotions. He had always treated me like his own grandson, but faced with his granddaughter's demands on one side and his chosen successor on the other, he had ultimately given in to Chloe. From my backpack, I pulled out the hard drive containing my life's work and placed it before him. This hard drive has all the data and technical solutions for the Velocity project, including all the documentation for the German partnership. Every file on this drive was the culmination of countless days and nights of my effort. Watching my composed face, Mr. Henderson's lips moved, but he couldn't utter a single word. I stood up and bowed deeply to him. "Mr. Henderson, I'll never forget your guidance these past years." Just then, Chloe and Liam pushed the door open and walked in. Did he agree? Chloe didn't even glance at me.